Hey guys, welcome back to another 5 Essential Questions. I'm Matt, here with my co-host Brandon, and today we have a very special treat. We have one of, if not the top name in chiptune from Australia, Samantha, also 8-bit Synthtown.
What?
What are you doing?
How does my breath smell?
She can't smell you through the webcam.
Smells awesome anyways.
Yeah, this is gonna go real well. Anyway, let's get started. Hi Samantha, welcome.
Hey.
How's it
How
going? Hey, how's it going, girl?
Hey, good.
Creepy.
Thanks for having me on the show, guys.
No problem. Welcome. We have 5 essential questions for you. So I'm going to start it out with the first one.
Alright,
what
cool.
was the first video game that you can remember playing?
Okay, that would be Hook on the Nintendo Entertainment System. And I got it when I was about 5 years old with my brother. We got it with a NES. And yeah, like that was the first game and pretty much just got me right into retro gaming, so.
You know Hook, right?
I know Hook.
I mean, being a fan of Disney.
Well, the movie's not a Disney movie.
It wasn't? I thought it was a Disney
No,
movie with
no,
Robin Williams and all that
No,
stuff.
it's not a Disney movie, but of course, you know, Peter Pan is kind of a Disney
Hang on,
character.
yeah, Peter Pan's Disney.
Dustin
for sure.
Hoffman.
I don't know much about Disney other than they have a park and it was named by some guy named Walt.
You live in Central Florida,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, but I don't leave the house, man. Too busy gaming.
It's true. Dustin Hoffman, though, you know, I'm a huge Dustin Hoffman fan, and Big Girl my wife has the biggest crush on Dustin Hoffman.
I can see that.
Yeah, right.
You know, he's the graduate.
He is a handsome man. He's also Tootie or Tootsie.
Tootsie? He's
Tootsie.
Tootsie.
Is Tootsie?
I actually have a crush on him in that role.
I'm into men
Tootsie.
who dress like women.
Tootsie? That was a great movie. But no, he did an awesome job in that movie. And did he cameo in the game?
I don't think it looked like him, but yeah, there was definitely Hook in there.
Okay, good, because the game was called Hook. I'm glad that Captain Hook made an appearance in that game.
Yeah, he did. A very brief appearance right at the end, so.
I haven't played that game. Who do you like? Who is the protagonist? Who do you play as? Is it Robin Williams?
You play. Yeah, Robin Williams. So like Peter Pan, and
he's like kind of an overweight Peter Pan.
he's a bit stodgy, I guess you could call him stodgy.
We'll call him stodgy.
I like it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be taking all your terms and morphing them into my own vocabulary.
Wait till the next interview comes in and we're just full out Aussie the entire interview.
That'd be awesome. That would be awesome.
Don't you
I love
say
it.
stodgy?
Stodgy? I've never heard that word in my life.
Okay, yeah, it's kind of like, you know, it's not like fat, overweight. It's just kind of like short, sort of broad, but it's not muscle.
I mean, I've been called every fat name in the book, but never stodgy. But I am excited
So you start using
from now on to be called stodgy.
But
I
no,
like
it's
it.
cool because we don't.
It's an endearing term. It's an endearing term.
Yeah, see, it does sound a little bit. Yeah.
She's very sweet. I like her.
What's interesting is that the terms for overweight in the States, not nearly as nice as stodgy.
No, there are names that you probably
Oh, really?
go home and cry. Yeah,
But then again, we're all overweight, so it works out because it's America.
when you have fast food joints every 5 feet, you know, it's just you know.
Actually, we're getting a little bit like that too.
Yeah, it's getting.
I mean,
ridiculous.
not stodgy, but like with the McDonald's stores every 5 minutes down the road.
Yeah. They're definitely throwing it at you hardcore now.
Social commentary
Yeah.
from 8-bit Synthtown.
I like it.
Yeah,
I
sure.
like it.
I
It's
like
deep.
it. She's deep. All right, talking about deep. Question number 2. How you doing, girl?
Yeah, not bad. It's really, really hot
Okay,
here in Perth right now.
here's the question. Which do you prefer?
All
Cozy nights by a warm fire or long walks on a beach?
What?
I'm serious, girl. Cozy nights by a warm fire or long walks on a beach?
Definitely the walks. I mean, I guess it depends who you're with. Like, it could just get awkward. But I guess, like, the walks is a safe sort of bet, you know? So if you're with someone a little bit creepy, the walk is sort of, you don't have to make much contact, but I think, like, the fire sort of suggests something, you know?
I mean,
it depends who you're with. It depends who you're with.
Okay, just hold for a sec. I gotta write this down.
Okay.
Right in the binder. Right?
Here's a crayon. I'm going to write this information down. She likes.
Plus, does it ever really get cold over there in Perth? I mean, you probably wouldn't be sitting by a fire very often.
In winter, it can get like really, really cold.
Oh,
it can get pretty cold. It doesn't snow. Like, we don't have snow here in Perth, but it can get really, really cold.
It gets cold enough that most Australians stop wearing the flannel shirts with the cut-off sleeves. They stopped doing that.
That just made it
well,
over
most
here in the
people don't
States,
wear
baby.
that anyway. Most people don't. Oregons wear that kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. People don't really wear flannel anymore here.
Oh, I thought, Paul Hogan. I thought Crocodile Dundee. I just assumed everybody.
Well, he's the man. He's allowed to. He's an idol.
That's true.
Actually, he is allowed to wear a flannel because he's so iconic. Yep, he can wear a flannel.
He's president, right?
No, we don't have a president.
Oh, I thought it's Paul Hogan.
We have a prime minister, actually.
I thought he just walked in and just said, "Hey, I'm taking this job."
Remember when I mentioned that midway through the interview she's just going to cut off and run away? I have a feeling that's coming to that point very soon.
Hey, I'm Paul Hogan. I'm taking this job.
He'd actually probably do a little bit of a better job, but we won't.
More social commentary.
Edit that part out.
I like it. We'll just beep that part out real quick.
I love it. I love it.
Oh,
She's so you're very intellectual.
Really?
You don't know this, but I'm gazing into your eyes right now.
It's creepy man. Well, the segue from that awkwardness, we'll move into the next question. What started your love for video game music, and is there a particular title that was particularly influential?
Okay, I guess, alright, my love for video game music, it didn't sort of happen at the same time as Synthtown did. So it was, a long time sort of build up all through my childhood. The music I was exposed to was mainly classical growing up. So I listened to and played like Beethoven, Tchaikovsky, like all the classical greats. My parents would spin records of like Elvis Presley and Billy Joel, so huge contemporary sort of rock and roll. And then after high school, I went to study jazz fusion at the Academy of Performing Arts here. So really there was no direct input of video game music, but it just sort of is very nostalgic for me. So like it just sort of makes me feel very comfortable, if that makes sense. And I think that has a lot to do with that I played the games when I was growing up. When I was a kid, it just brings back a whole lot of, really amazing memories for me. So for me, linking my love with synths to my love of retro gaming was really a no-brainer. And it's pretty surprising the fact that I really only started doing it sort of halfway through last year, and I was sort of like, I'm going to actually start doing something with this.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Is there a particular game that the music stands out to you the most out of all the others?
I've got a couple. I'd say the first one would be Landstalker. I don't know if you guys know that one for Sega.
I've heard of it. I haven't played it though.
Yeah, I should have brought the box art. It's an amazing game. Hands down my favorite game on any console. And the music is just incredible. It's sort of a mix between like cheeky, 8-bit sort of tunes with like almost orchestral. So if you weren't listening to it, if it was just playing in the background, it would pass for sort of orchestral music. And yeah, that's easily my very favorite video game.
Is that an RPG, or is that, what kind of game is that?
Yeah, it's an adventure RPG. So you sort of, you've got your itinerary, you collect sort of different swords you can upgrade and boots, and you go from town to town, and you're pretty much a treasure hunter.
You know what? In honor of you, I think the next live stream I do on Twitch, I'm going to go ahead and try out Landstalkers.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Actually, amazing game. I think I probably play it through at least twice a year.
Nice. I like it.
You'll have to give her a heads up.
I'll give you a heads up. You do guest commentary. Explain
that'd be awesome,
what the hell's going on here.
Hey, it's so good. It's the best game.
Yeah. That's cool. That's cool.
I like it.
All right. Question number 4. You recently released a Christmas album. Besides listening to chiptune music, are there any other interesting Aussie Christmas traditions?
Australia is so multicultural really isn't. I know, you know, there's the huge stereotype of Australians that we all sort of wear flannels and walk around in flip-flop sort of thongs and all the time. There's so many different cultures here that from family to family, you're going to find so many different ways that people celebrate Christmas. And it's also, there's so much, you know, religion, and it's just a huge mix of everything here. So I guess, you know, I can only speak for me. I've got huge, obviously I'm from an Italian family, so I've got huge Italian influences, and my Christmas is, you know, the big sort of family dinners and big Christmas tree and hundreds of presents and big family get-togethers. So
that's awesome. Yeah, my wife's part Italian as well, and big family get-togethers, lots of food and everything. It's definitely one of the awesome things of having Italian in your family.
It gets a little bit stodgy at points.
That does. I'm extremely stodgy.
It can't get stodgy. Something can't get stodgy. Someone can be stodgy.
That's what I meant.
I see.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
We're still learning here, so we're both kind of mentally challenged.
Like, for the holidays, do you ever see people playing Silent Night on a red and green didgeridoo?
No. Not real.
No. Where do you get that from?
Didgeridoo is a musical instrument in Australia, right?
I know, but I mean...
Somebody... I sat down and I really prepared for this interview.
Yeah. Went to Wiki and you were like, I'll just get like the first
Wiki, Australian musical instruments, didgeridoo.
Gotcha. Everybody must play it and be a master of it.
But to be fair, if you go on Wiki, they actually tell you how to pronounce it too, so it's a big help.
But very huge nerd side note, didgeridoo in Magic the Gathering, the card game, is actually a card that allows you to bring in minotaurs.
Dang, Australian people are awesome.
I know. Very, very interesting stuff.
So if I have a didgeridoo, I can call minotaurs.
Yeah.
It's probably why we don't see minotaurs in the States. They're probably exclusive to Australia.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I got a couple of my blood right now.
Yeah, like the kangaroos that are sitting right outside your door. Koala bears. Side note, do you mind if I call you Koala Bear?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. Your new name for me is Koala Bear.
Creepiest man on the planet. I like it though.
Have you been?
Say it again.
Actually, I used to get called Panda Bear by my friends when I lived in the snow. So I lived in New South Wales for a little bit, and they have the snowy mountains there. And yeah, everyone called me Panda Bear. I don't know why. Maybe I was a bit stodgy.
Probably because panda bears are very ferocious and you attack everything you do with extreme passion.
Maybe it was the bamboo sticks you ate.
Or maybe that.
Ferocious. Have you seen panda bears at the zoo?
No, I was never allowed at the zoo. People mistook me for the hippo and would throw me back in the cage.
He was that kid who always crawled into the pen with the animal, so when he says it's ferocious, it's because he actually crawled in with the panda bear.
Yeah. Fair enough.
And tried to give it like a hug or wrestle with it, so every animal's ferocious to him.
The animals were my only friends growing up.
Interesting side note. I talked to her earlier about animals and such, and she says it's not like the case where there's like kangaroos sitting right outside her door.
I kind of figured.
And like crocodiles and stuff like that. But then I told her like, well, that's not like a big deal. Like here in Florida, we're always finding like alligators under our cars and stuff. You're always seeing that on the news, like, hey, alligators sitting underneath someone's car when they're trying to get out to work.
Yeah, I see 4 or 5 alligators a day at work, just laying on the side of just laying on the lakes, just kind of chilling there, sunbathing. And
moral of the story. Florida is actually much more backwaters than any of Australia.
Very true.
Like it.
You gotta visit. You just gotta visit. All right, Matt's got our last question.
We're going to lead into our last question for you, and I'll let you get some sleep. Are there any classic chiptune songs that you would be interested in putting your own spin on?
Yeah, I'd love to do some of the Double Dragon tunes from the Neon soundtrack.
Yes. I saw you talking about that yesterday. You said that it's a really amazing soundtrack. I haven't heard it yet, but I'd like to check it out.
It's amazing. It's so good. I got the one where it's got like the mixtape, so it's got all the sound effects kind of thing at the end of it.
Right.
But yeah, worth checking out. It's totally amazing. It's really, really cool.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Are you a fan of the Double Dragon series in general, or do you just prefer the Neon release?
No, the series. Yep, big fan.
Yeah.
Double Dragon rules.
Yep.
Those Double Dragon guys are actually, they make me think of like Aussie type of guys, big and buff like you and me.
I can see it. Yeah.
They wear flannels, that's for sure.
That's for sure.
I mean, the series does have some awesome music though, but I am interested in checking out the Neon, because I've heard some really good things about the music in that game. So
that game, it's interesting that Double Dragon gets brought up when we're interviewing a woman, because that game might be one of the most politically incorrect games ever. There's points in time where you're beating women with pipes.
Yeah, well
yeah.
Well, the beginning of the first one, the guy just walks up, knocks her out, carries her, and just takes her away, and it's like, wow, this game is already brutal.
It was one of the more brutal games growing up, and I know you said, the NES was a big influential. Let me see here. You also said you said to me before, the Master System or the Master Drive, right?
Yeah, the Mega Drive, huge.
The Mega Drive, yeah.
Game Boy.
Game Boy, yeah.
Yes, I won my first Game Boy actually on a game show. I don't know if you've got like game shows over in America.
We definitely
I know you've got game shows like where you win money and things, but this one was actually revolved around video games, which was really, really cool. They had like a maze you had to run through to collect letters and keys and things like that. And then at the end of it, the last round, you had to play either a SNES or a 64 to win the Game Boy.
See, that's awesome right there. We have stupid game shows. We have to just do random crap. You have guys like falling in the water and they don't. A video game inspired game show, that would be awesome.
They have remember we have Universal Studios down here, and they had a actual Fear Factor. I don't know if you have that show, but it was like you get people to do things that they're afraid of.
Yes.
And they have an actual attraction at Universal, and it was like, hey, if you drink this insect milkshake, we're gonna give you a free T-shirt, and people would do it. I'm like,
are you serious?
Americans are like crazy for free crap, let alone a Game Boy. I mean, come on.
And Americans will watch crap too. Television here is complete trash.
Oh my gosh, that's why
we only watch YouTube stuff
and play video games,
high class
and play video games, and listen to 8-Bit Synthtown.
And listen to 8-Bit Synthtown. That's right.
All day, every day.
That's right.
And now I'm gonna just watch this.
It's on repeat, isn't it?
Yeah, so if people do want to learn more about you and hear your stuff, how can people get in contact with you and find you?
Okay, so you can either go to my website, which is www.8bitsynthtown.com, or you can follow me on Twitter, which is 8_bit_Synthtown, Facebook, or that's pretty much it.
Cool.
But I'm on all of them all the time, so like I'll keep you guys up to date with everything. So
yes,
she's very loyal to her fans.
Yeah, so there's no excuses. If you're a fan, all you got to do is go and click and like her or click follow or something like that. It's really simple.
Yeah,
I'd encourage it.
If you don't do it, then I don't like you.
Yeah.
That's a little bit harsh.
Well, you know what? It's tough love here in the States.
Some people need pushing, and we're the right people for the job.
You don't understand what it's like to live in Bogensville.
Yeah, exactly.
It's rough out here.
We're so hardcore.
You know what? It's early in the morning for us. You're getting ready for bed. We thank you so much for being here and doing this interview.
My pleasure, guys. Thank you so much for having me.
You have turned Famicom Flashbacks into an international sensation.
That's true.
I guarantee you after this we'll get like 7 Aussie likes.
I hope so.
Which for us is a huge boom.
Yeah, I hope so.
Really? They don't like your show?
Oh no, I actually 7 is I think that's them showing major affection.
Yeah.
7. That's so sad. It's a tough crowd out here. Honestly, it's a tough crowd out here. I'd say majority of the people that listen to my tunes are from overseas.
Yeah, I mean, we get a lot. We have a lot of people from England and stuff who follow us and
but I don't know of any Aussies.
Americans aren't very supportive people. They're not. Even our friends don't follow and support us.
That's so sad. Why do we don't want to end the interview with her like
all depressed?
Sympathy.
I'm feeling like so bad for you right now.
Hey, so we got to start somewhere, But we're honored to have you on our show, and
I'm just really excited that she's here.
I know. It's a good time. Best way to start my day.
Yeah. So Sunday's gonna be awesome now.
Awesome.
And Sunday was awesome for you, past tense.
That's right.
Yes, it was very, very productive, which is
Awesome.
always good.
All right. See you later, Samantha.
Thanks again. Take care.
Bye, guys. Thank you
You're
so much
beautiful.
for having me.
No problem.
Mwah.
So you know what? She was really, really cool.
Yeah, she was. I wish she had taught us the Aussie word for awesome, though.
She's just like this adorable little koala bear.
Panda bear.
Panda bear.
And if you want to see what this panda bear is up to, check her out on Facebook and Twitter and listen to some of her awesome music. The link will be provided below. And just in case you're bored and you want to check us out as well, look up all of our social media. All the links will be provided under this video.
And I'd say if any of you guys have any questions for Samantha, feel free to leave them in the comments section below, and we'll see if we can't get her to answer them.
Absolutely.
And until next time, let's keep retro gaming alive.
Peace.